Or some mommy will be on no okay. So for you be also sign bit of my because we bit preach, we bit church and yade. So I have Mrs. Adwoa Asantewaa Korsah on the seat of the child care segment, or one of the best child experts, and she's here to give us a lot. Last week I learned much about child security. I don't know if she's going to continue or she'll give us another. Let's go to Studio B and talk to her. Good afternoon, Mommy.
Good afternoon, Anna.
How are you doing, please?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm doing great. How is Ohima doing?
She's doing well, by God's grace.
No, Ohima didn't chief the shade. Yeah, office. And yes, Felix, okay, let me taste more. It was so nice. Hey, Ohima Bob, how are you weighing now? Wow, that was so great. Thank God she's doing great. Mommy, we are so grateful to you. Today you're looking so beautiful. I don't know, your friend is saying, if you didn't know, I didn't know. Fascinator. I didn't mean shame because me need a chinium division.
We are unfortunately.
Oh, okay. You're looking so great this afternoon.
Thank you.
And my kids are so happy to see you. I'm sure you're watching us live on Facebook. And you're going to see our mother, one in all, like our best mother on the show. And then the just I fraud. No, why I it's brother Mommy, I hope you're ready for us. You're looking so cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good afternoon once again to our listeners out there. It's childcare once again. Last week we talked about child discipline and we learned a whole lot. Today we are going to talk about child hygiene. Child hygiene. Yes, hygiene is crucial for maintaining child health, well-being, and development. Most of the time our children fall sick very often because we take child hygiene for granted. There are so many ways of keeping our children healthy when we mention child hygiene. One, we need to teach the children how to wash their hands. In other words, hand washing. These things that we are saying, we are talking to parents. People should not forget. We are nurturing and bringing up the children. For that reason, parents should take notes of these things that we are saying. We need to teach our children when to wash their hands. We need to do it so much that it becomes a habit. All these things I'm going to mention, I want us to teach the children so much that it becomes a habit. To the extent that if you haven't done it when you are supposed to do it, you wouldn't feel good about yourself. Yeah, so we need to teach them when to wash their hands. When they return from the toilet, they need to wash their hands. When they have to eat, they need to wash their hands. And after eating, they also need to wash their hands. You know, children like to play in the sand a lot. They play in the sun, they play in the mud. And so their hands pick a whole lot of germs and infections. So hand washing will help them do away with all of these things. Apart from washing it after eating, before eating, you also need to wash it when you touch animals. Yes, whenever you touch animals. These are things we need to teach the children. Even in our absence, they do them because we are not always with them. So when you touch an animal, you need to wash your hands because the animal might have germs. Whether it has it or not, you need to wash your hands. When you go out to play and you come back to the house, you need to wash your hands. When you visit the toilet, you need to wash your hands. We also need to teach them how to wash their hands. Yes, we should teach them that they need to wash their hands with soap and water, not just water. Most of the time when you use just the water to wash your hands, you might wash it, but the germs will still be on your hands. So we teach them they need to use soap and water, and then they need to wash their hands even in between their fingers. We have to teach them to do.
That's how to wash your hands.
Yes,
properly.
Yes. They should wash it. They should wash in between their fingers. Yes. Unsano emuno ha umore unsantem ha umore no wo wash unsa try say wo de wo other nails no ebe remu ayi fin bia e wo nails no. Apart from washing your hands, we also need to teach them that they need to drink water. Yes, you don't drink water because you are thirsty. Yes, you drink water. Yeah, you drink water because you need to stay hydrated.
Okay.
Because there are so many effects on being dehydrated. One, when you are dehydrated, you might
dehydrated ma
nsuo eni wo system no.
System no ma
dry.
As a mwapo.
Nsuo eni wo mu. Nti eba saa na you be experiencing what we call headache. Both of us na uti ya oya, obi ani ti ya ne ya no akofa para na wonom no. You need to check the level of your hydration. Also who say nsuo our system yes, we are all at fault. We are all guilty of this thing. That's why we are teaching it today. We should learn them as parents so that we can teach the younger ones. And we should help the children to stay off those things. That's why we need to teach them these things for it to become a part of them, for it to become a habit, so that even when they haven't done it, they wouldn't feel good about themselves. Yes, they need to drink water to stay off dehydration. Effects of dehydration, like I started mentioning, you may experience headache, you may experience fatigue and weaknesses. Sometimes you feel tired. The least distance you walk, you feel tired, you feel weak. We think that it is because we are suffering from malaria, or sometimes it is just dehydration that causes all of these things. And these ones that I'm mentioning are even the mild cases of dehydration. There are severe cases of dehydration. That is when you have graduated from the mild cases. You might even experience something we call seizure, when there is a sudden shutdown of the functioning of the brain. Yes, it might even cause coma. Yes, there can be cognitive impairment. What do you know? So there was a genesis function into micro functions. It was a year Jumano. If you are dear, see when you pan or refi say, I dear when you see when you make quack of away, or refi won't say we cry and yes, all of those things, dehydration can cause them. That is why we need to train and teach the children to make drinking water a habit. So yes,
as kids.
Yes. Let's teach them how to embrace this culture, how to accept it, to be part of them. Not abbreviation omunfananti. Bonso onyi kra na ebeba be part of akwala nti no onyi kra na still na or practice saade no. But say onum nsuo tembia you have to remind the child, hey, brabe no nsuo. But when we are doing these things, we need to explain it to them, help them to understand. It is more fun to do something you understand, more than doing something you have been forced to do it. Yes. So when you try to make them understand, they know the consequences of not drinking water, they know the benefits of drinking water. It will help them to pick the better one, which will help them to grow well or develop them very well. That we also should teach them the habit of wearing neat and clean clothes. And I thought that school now. The only question you could ask yourself is, did your mother see you before coming to school? Because the child looks so unkempt. They wear the three who sit here, they wear the nurse sit here. Sebi obi a okoye afuom adwuma no kra e fie adwuma no kra no. The way obey ne ho akọ afuom no ebeye a bit neat crossing sa akwala no so oba school no. But we can't fault the parents so much. It could probably be they don't know. That is why we are teaching it today, so you wouldn't have excuse the next time. And they say, Nima, today we are teaching you that you need to teach your child that they always have to wear clean and neat clothes. You know, children run and play a lot, and for that reason they sweat a lot. Yes, and sweat is the primary cause of body odor. Because the more you sweat, the moment you sweat, the clothes that you wear absorbs the sweat. And if you don't wash it and you repeat it, you see that you are accumulating sweat, which will automatically bring the body odor. So we need to teach them how to maintain neat clothes. I know some children that even when they wear their uniforms today, the next day you try to put it on them without washing it, they will refuse. Yeah. Because the parent has put that culture in that child. So the child has adapted it and seen that I feel good in neat uniforms. As a one case, I will look neater. When you are walking about, yes, you walk with your shoulders high. You feel good about yourself. So we need to teach our children all of these things to make it a habit. And only hear me pa. Yamanenya habit. Let's try to help them to understand it, adapt it, and make it a habit. So that even in your absence, so what na wunu ho na wanya onya hwe yes I was a watch no manity as na okay then whether mommy is around, whether a teacher has to punish me for being neat or not, I have to look neat. There are many. Maybe if I mean to teach this to the latter part, it will take me about 3 or 4 weeks.
Please let it take
Yes, it will take me about 3 or 4 weeks to consume this particular topic. It's very, very important because the health of our children rely on their hygienic conditions. And so we need to take it very serious as parents to teach them. You know, they are learning from us. Like we said, we are modeling them. So as and when you teach them, you make sure you do it yourself, because you can't teach something you are not doing. The child will question you. In the 21st century, they will question you. Mommy, why are you asking me to do this but you are doing otherwise? Yes. So as and when you are doing it, you see that most of them, the child will copy it blindly. And then those that they don't copy, you see that they are not making good use of, you mention it to them, try to help them understand. And then by God's grace, I hope that someday they will grow up to attain that height you want them to attain in terms of hygienic conditions. Thank you.
Cute. Let's clap for mommy. Once again. Yeah, this is Mrs. Asantewaa Korsah. Yeah, me am some more because me say me see and the part of me, and part of me, and I'm